I'm not a progressive. Fetterman breaks with left, showing a maverick side. Ooh wee. He's a maverick now, is he? Okay. The last politician they were calling a maverick was John McCain, which makes me feel like the definition of a maverick in the political world is very different than the definition of a maverick literally anywhere else. I'm a maverick. Why is he a maverick? Okay. Because of his fierce support of Israel. Yeah, the dude is a maverick because he believes what literally most politicians, whether they be Democrats or Republicans, believe. Wow. What a maverick. Mavericks for the majority. That's what I always say. And he is also broken with them on immigration, saying that he wants tougher border policy. So basically, he's gone mainstream Democrat on Israel. He's gone full-on Republican on immigration. And he has let us know, in no uncertain terms, I'm not a progressive. I just think I'm a Democrat that is very committed to choice and other things. But with Israel, I'm going to be on the right side of that. Which definition of the word right are we using there? Right or right? And immigration is something near and dear to me, and I think we do have to effectively address it as well. I mean, this guy, what a fucking brilliant fraudster, man. A lot of people have asked me, hey, where do you do your live streams? And the answer to that is that I do live streams called Abandon Hope every Sunday on the Pessimist Productions Patreon. That is linked down below. There is all sorts of other stuff on that Patreon as well. It is about $7 a month, and I think that we offer a pretty generous amount of content in exchange for that membership. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description section of this video. Because check this out. I mean, I saw this shit right here. This is, I'm gonna butcher this name. I'm so sorry. Issy Bahir Breen says, funny, he was progressive when he was asking me for my fucking money. There are so many goddamn tweets, you guys. So many goddamn tweets of this motherfucker calling himself a progressive. Here's one. Ready to keep fighting for a stronger Pennsylvania? Chip in whatever you can to help us take this progressive momentum all the way to the ballot box. Great hair, the greatest hair. Retweet if you're standing with these progressive champions. Bernie and Fetterman, okay. 2009, progressive rhetoric is great and all, but progressive results are 100%. We have started a progressive movement here in Pennsylvania. It's not going away. We're not going away. This isn't over. This isn't how our story ends. My dude, I'm a progressive Democrat, and rate my Skype room gave me 1 out of 10 plus, claimed it looked like I was in a hostage situation. Unions invented the weekend and gave it away for free to all. Unions invented worker safety and gave it away for free to all. Unions invented worker dignity and gave it away for free to all. Progressive, simple, sacred, the union way of life. Progressive, democratic outcomes with deeply divided governments. Switch legislatorial composition with California and see how many progressive grand slams to be cracking over the fence. Progressive values have been at the heart of my campaign. Whatever happens on May 15th, I'm proud to be here tonight with Bernie Sanders. Typical, another annoying progressive, looking out for working families again. For that special progressive on your gift list. John Fetterman shirts. If I'm lucky enough to be elected, I'm able to be a solid progressive backup for PA, for Governor Wolf. It provides a state platform to advocate for the issues I care about, a living wage, marijuana legalization, immigration, and community policing. Philly, come out here to the Irish pub right now to hear about my progressive vision to build Pennsylvania back. This guy, I watched another commentator talk about this issue. It was, I think it was the Rational National. I heard talk about this. And he said, oh man, when John Fetterman comes back up for re-election, you can bet I'm going to support, a primary challenger against him. Fuck that. This motherfucker's a liar and he should be fucking impeached from office. This motherfucker ran as a progressive, called himself a progressive multiple times, and even him and his wife both championed the progressive values on immigration and criticized the Trump administration for their hardline right-wing immigration policies. And now he's saying he's not a progressive, never was a progressive, and he's totally flipped the script on his immigration issues. So for me, fuck that. Impeach this son of a bitch. Recall. It's time for a fucking, I don't know what the Pennsylvania mechanism is for a recall election, but someone should get the ball rolling on that. If anyone here is a Pennsylvania Democrat or a Pennsylvania, I don't know what you have to be. I don't know what the criteria are, but there's probably some means of recalling a senator in the state of Pennsylvania. And if there is, whoever, it should be looked into. It should be done because the evidence is fucking damning. Giselle Fetterman lived in America undocumented for years after fleeing violence in Brazil when she was 7. I wouldn't have a family if it weren't for immigration. It's what makes America, America. And now he's hardline anti-immigration. This dude literally, it was like owing the existence of his entire family. Maybe he hates his wife now. I don't know. Is that what happened, John Fetterman? Do you now just think your wife is a fucking cunt, so that's why you've changed your mind? Because you wish you'd never met her? Or was this all just bullshit? Or have you just decided that you can make more money being anti? What's the deal? What's with the change? Because this used to be such a personal issue for you. But now I guess you're just going to throw your wife and your entire family under the bus for your own political aspirations. You know what? Nah. This guy should be impeached. This guy should be recalled. I don't know. Let me ask, hold on. I'm going to open up Chat GPT and ask it how to fucking recall a senator in Pennsylvania. Okay, so in the United States, there's no legal mechanism for the recall of a U.S. senator or representative from any state, including Pennsylvania. The U.S. Constitution, which set the rules for federal office holders, does not provide a process for recalling members of Congress. That sucks. I had no idea that you couldn't recall a fucking senator from any fucking state. For a U.S. senator from Pennsylvania or any other state to be removed from office before the end of their term, it would require either voluntary resignation or expulsion vote by the Senate. There is no provision in the U.S. Constitution or federal law that recall. You know what? Okay. Well, then fuck this. This is no longer, we need a system. We need a recall system. We need a fucking recall system in this country so that if the voters are lied to about a motherfucker like John Fetterman, if a motherfucker like John Fetterman comes and sells you a bunch of snake oil and says, I'm progressive and I love immigrants, and then, lo and behold, a few months later, his ass is like, progressive? I ain't a fucking progressive. I fucking hate immigrants. It's like, oh shit. He's not what he said he was at all. He's demonstrably a liar. Let's get rid of him. There should be a mechanism to do that. So I don't know if we need a new constitutional amendment or we just need some new legislation, but that's my new goal. My new goal is that the next time this happens, we can recall the son of a bitch. So I don't know. I'm going to look into this. I'm going to look into being a tireless advocate for a recall system for senators and Congress people so that we can do that. Senators and representatives, because they're all Congress people. Can't believe I gave money to that lion snake in the grass. I know, right? I knew people who were super into that guy. Look, to be fair, on the subject of Israel, we did know beforehand that he was Zionist and pro-Israel and stuff. But we didn't know the extent, and, we didn't know he was a fucking liar on some other issues. So, he needs to go.